What's up? I haven't made a video in forever, but I decided I am joined here today by my friend Jeff over at Jeff's Bookshelf on YouTube and Jeff's Bookshelf on TikTok, right?
Yeah, TikTok and Instagram. It's all like the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
So
going to
just
put
that's bookshelf.
all
Yeah.
the handles down here. Jeff, we're here to talk about Project Hail Mary. It just came out. Today is March 21st, 2026. So released for public audiences Thursday night. This is Saturday afternoon. And we both got a chance to go see it Thursday night and Friday night. So we're here to just kind of chat about it. Jeff, why don't you start off with your initial thoughts on the movie and what you thought about it?
So for me, I was like over the moon excited about this movie. I couldn't wait. Like I was talking about it like all day at work. And I think they nailed it. Like I was extremely happy with where it went and the things that they did with it. I don't know about you, but I feel like they nailed it for me personally.
Oh yeah, I there were small things that I think we'll get into a little bit later after we do like a spoiler warning that
Yeah.
I didn't love, didn't hate kind of a thing, but they could have not gotten it any closer to the actual book than I think they did.
Yeah, I feel like, in my opinion, I was telling some other people about this. For as far as like a book adaptation, like if you're taking a movie and you're making it from a book, this is how it should be done. Like to where it's about as faithful as you can be without like blowing this up into a series. Like you are time constrained with making a movie, and I understand that, and budgets and all that shit. But like this is how they should always go. Like this should be this faithful. And everyone that I've seen has been in love with it.
Yeah. I walked out of it last night. I was texting some people about it yesterday. I was texting you about it yesterday throughout the day. I was super excited. After we read the book around the same time a year ago, I basically marked on my calendar when this release date was. I was ready, but yeah, I was worried at first because there's a lot of science in the book, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
months passing. I think I don't remember from the book, and maybe you do. There's like 12 or 13 months that pass in the book, somewhere around there. And
Yeah,
they,
it's a chunk of time. Like it's
yeah. And so I was like, I don't know how you show that in a movie really well. I was like, if there's a lot of montages, that can be really easy for people to get lost in and just not really enjoy. I thought they nailed it. Every montage scene was as interesting as every non-montage scene.
yeah, they did because there are like some time jumps and like back and forth. I felt like they nailed that the way it needed to be done to where it wasn't confusing. Because like I know for like sometimes people that are reading a book can get confused with the time jump of things going back and forth in someone's memory or how things are playing out. And the way they did it was the way it should be done. Like they nailed the things they needed to nail, and they left out the things I feel like sometimes that they could have, like they could leave out. But as far as how they did with this is, I couldn't be happier. Honestly, like, everyone in the theater was like pretty happy with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, like as a general just kind of review, it nails every theme that the book presented. It nails the casting, it nails the sound, it nails the visuals. Like I don't think you could have asked for a better theater experience, and I'm glad you had a good experience too, because everybody in my theater was locked in. Even the people who you knew like didn't read the book because they were gasping at parts that you knew were coming, and so everybody was having a great time with it.
For me, that was another thing that was fun because I had read the book, so like I knew everything that should be there, like everything that was going to happen. And my wife did not. Like
Mhm.
she's completely blind, and it was really fun, like seeing like the moments where I'm like, this is the sad part that's about to happen. Like, and she was like, oh, like, she felt the like in the moments where like things were extremely funny and like we're both laughing together, like the highs and the lows were 100% there in the movie that should be there from the book.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could easily watch this movie and never touch the book and still get pretty much the same thing out of it, right? I
Yeah.
can't imagine it's that different.
Yeah, she wants to read the book now because
Hmm.
of the movie. Like she was like, this was a really good movie. She rated it a 9, like for herself. She's like, I might want to read, and this like sci-fi is not her jam at all. She is the farthest from a sci-fi reader, but she is fully thinking about reading Project Hail Mary now because how good the movie was. And I was a little worried with Ryan Gosling as like the lead for a minute. Like I was like kind of hope, like I didn't know if he'd be able to nail it. but I feel like he did a great job at being what I needed him to be.
Yeah, so doubling back a little bit, I'm glad you got that experience because Bree, my girlfriend, and I, we both read the book. She just recently finished it before we got to the theater, maybe like a month ago, so it was a little bit more fresh for her. And the whole time we got to go back and forth, be like, "Oh, it's coming, oh, it's coming." There's certain points at the end of the movie where I leaned over, I was like, "I'm not sure I'm ready to see this." Like there was one I think big change, and that we'll talk about that really made a scene at the end tough to see, and it was already tough in the book when you kind of didn't like a character. And that's as vague as I'll get for that. But I'm glad you got the experience of somebody who didn't read it, because everybody I've talked to read it and then went and saw it.
Yeah, it's something like I almost want to watch again because
Mm.
like caught myself like watching the movie, but then like watching like how she's gonna react to what's like I know is about to happen, and it kind of added to the experience for me. Like it was a different experience, but it was really fun.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I basically had that experience watching Bree almost read the book, right? Like getting her updates throughout it. And I don't know if she had ever planned on reading it, but I wouldn't shut up about the book after I read it. So for what, a year and a half at this point, I got my boss to read it. I usually, if you've watched my other videos, it's right there is where my copy is supposed to be. It's being passed around currently. It
Yep,
is at my
mine is
friend's
right
house.
here.
Yeah,
I have it right there. The Martian's floating around here somewhere else too,
yeah. I've
and I
got
also
Martian
have
and
I also
Artemis over
have
there.
I also have my popcorn bucket at the very top of the shelf now.
I
Like
got my cup. You have my popcorn bucket because they were unfortunately sold
yeah,
out at my theater. So you bought one for me.
yeah, it is sitting on my dining room table. I was comparing them. My wife's like, "You better not open this." I was like, "Which one's better?" She
Which
said,
one has the
"Open it."
better Rocky in it? Like I'm taking
Yeah,
that
I was like,
one.
"All right, I'll leave it be." But it's fun. It was really cool.
It is funny though. You say like you can't wait to go see it again. I'm trying to think. I don't believe I have went to see a movie more than one time, at least in theaters. Excitedly, I should say. The last one was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in 2019. I think was the last time I did it, and I'm already going again tomorrow. I bought nine
I
tickets for
have
a group of my friends, and we're all going tomorrow.
I have never went and seen a movie in the movie theaters again in my life. Like I've never went twice, and I'm
Yeah,
thinking about doing it with this one, like just to like go do it again.
yeah. It's also too. There's a scene in the movie, and if you're watching this and you've read the book, it's when they get to the planet that they need to get to, right? At one point, and it's just the most beautiful colors you've ever seen. And I don't know if you can get the same experience not seeing that in theaters, right?
Yeah,
Even my boss and I were talking about it. He went to an older movie theater. I went to an XD theater last night, and he's like, I gotta see it in a new fancy theater because those shots are gonna be so much cooler. It is a movie theater movie, which is kind of rare that we get these days.
which that's another cool thing that I think they did about this. They said there wasn't like any CGI
Mm-hmm.
in this movie, that it was all like special, like legitimate, like special effects, like people working with like Muppets and stuff. Like, and I think that is what made this movie feel so different. Like
Yeah.
it just felt different. It's the only way I can really explain it. Like from the excitement that I had built up to it because I was so excited about the book, but also the way that it popped off the screen for me, like just felt I was there.
Yeah. So like Jeff, you can kind of bring like all this knowledge from all these books you've read. This felt like watching Jurassic Park, right? Like if
Yeah,
I were to
it
pull another movie, it's all those practical animatronic puppets. It feels real and it's gonna age incredibly well.
or in a way like this book isn't as popular. I don't know how well like the Lord of the Rings, like the
Hmm.
way like you felt like they were really with it, like they were like looking at the orc, like they were really fighting each other, like it wasn't just like a green screen, like it felt just like real, like you really felt, for me it felt like I was really in space. Like
Yeah.
I'm like in
I,
the weight of it, you know.
in preparing for like you and I getting on here today to talk about it, I was just watching some Instagram interviews with the directors in the scene where he's in the red lights, I'll say, like to describe it. That was all practical. They said that they set up a bunch of IR lights and they put a special filter on the camera. And so well, Ryan Gosling couldn't see the lights that were happening, but the camera actually just caught those lights. That wasn't a CGI effect at all. That was just a real camera sensor picking up infrared light, which is insane to me.
That's I really hope that this kicks off like a genre of doing movies like this. Like I hope this movie does so well that they continue to do movies this way. Cuz
Yeah,
like I really liked it. Like it's he should win awards for this movie. Like it was just that like it
I
was great.
I told Brie as soon as we got out of the theater, I was like, "Oh man, am I going to be upset in a year when the Oscars roll around and nobody wins anything?" It probably will win effects. He will hopefully win best actor, but he is going to have some competition this year. We've got Odyssey coming up. We have Spider-Man New Home, Brand New Home, I
Yeah.
think. There is a movie that I saw a trailer for before yesterday.
Dune 3.
Yeah, you've got Dune 3, which Dune is another movie that it doesn't rely on practical effects as much, but it's just a fantastic trilogy and another great adaptation.
That's another one they nailed. They
Yeah,
I feel like they did a good job with those too. Everyone that I've seen talk about I haven't read the books on those, but everyone that I like respect their opinion on have said they've done a pretty good job with it.
I read the first 115 pages of the first book when I tried getting back into reading. Uh,
You're a tough
and
sell with books. It's hard
I
to
I
get.
am, and I think it's written in such a way that I actually just did not understand what I was reading. I'll hand up my bad. I was like too stupid to understand what was going on. But now that I've
Yeah.
seen the representation in the movie, I kind of get it. Like it's really really well done from the what I've seen. It what I read was only till about maybe like an hour into the first movie, but still, like, it was really good.
You talked about this a little bit earlier, but I felt like in the book, like breaking the book into it a little bit more,
Hmm.
that I felt like the science in Project Hail Mary was actually decently well done because like I felt like I could kind of keep up like and keep along with it. Like it wasn't like overwhelming. It's a lot of science, but it's kind of like dumbed down in a way that like the average person could somewhat understand rocket science.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they didn't really cover much of the science at all in the movie,
Not really,
other
no.
than going over the whiteboards, which is fine. I mean, there's pages in the book where he's kind of almost dumbing down exactly what he plans on doing, and you can follow it in the book. I don't know if that would translate to screen. Oh,
Not at
excuse me.
all.
But great choice to allow that to breathe, right? Of him just writing equations that we don't know anything about what it means.
Yeah, like him just like pondering something and like scribbling it down, and
Hmm.
you're like, okay, he's doing math and science instead of him like because like you said in the book, you're really in his brain, so you're not
Yeah,
really watching it. You're understanding his thoughts, so that's like the thing they have to do differently. That like self monologue of him, like, well, now I have to do MC equals square, like all this stuff, and that's not going to come through well in a movie. But you just seeing him write that shit down, and you just know what he's doing.
yeah. Like it was not too vague that you're like, oh, I don't understand what's happening, but it wasn't too much where you're like, okay, you guys are kind of losing me, right? I think my only
Yeah,
criticism with it was we've been going for about 14 minutes, so this is going to be your first spoiler warning because I don't know how to discuss this one without spoiling anything.
yeah.
So from here on out, 14 minutes, spoilers. At the very end, or not the very end, but when Rocky's ship is going off and they find out that the fuel's being eaten and that Rocky's
Mhm.
going to run out of fuel, he's on the whiteboard and he just kind of has 58 days or whatever it is, right? That was a huge deal in the book. Like, hey, and he says in the movie, "Oh, I have to choose one or the other." But I think that like that time they just glanced at it in the movie, and I would have liked to maybe hang on that shot a little bit more.
Yeah, I felt like because there was weight of like I have time to find him, like
Hmm.
or like we it's for nothing.
Yeah.
Like like he only had because there was the radiation parts
Hmm.
of it. Like there's radiation leak that he knew was happening. He would also run out of fuel if he didn't find him in a certain like window, if I can remember correctly. So
Hmm.
like there was the gamble that he was gambling on even finding him was a much bigger gamble than what they portrayed in the movie compared to the
Yeah.
book. It was a heavier weight.
Yeah, and I think that was my only gripe at all with any of the little bit of changes that they had. I actually liked every other change that they did. I actually leaned more towards liking that one part. I was like, this was a little bit more of a big deal, and I know it's a 2 hour and 36 minute movie already, but I think we could have spent a little bit of time on that.
You could have gave it a minute. Like you could have like,
Yeah.
well, if I don't find him in these minutes, like then I'm also dead.
Yeah, it
Like
was one of those montage scenes where I was like, we could have actually hung out here for a little bit longer than a quick
and
sequence.
how and also the science of him finding him because like there was
Yeah.
also science, if I can remember correctly, of how am I going to find him?
Hmm.
Like in how am I going to find a spaceship in space?
Yeah, there
That's
was a very big part of that book, that a couple chapters, I think, where he's doing that, month and a half of travel, and he's like, I'm hoping I find him. I hope I see him. Like, he has no
yeah.
idea where the ship is, and it's space. It's not like he's got a big flashing light.
Yeah.
So that was my only gripe, I think, with that change.
The there was one thing that I wish they would have brought in or at least gave a nod to really put the weight into how much the world was behind it and how much power that a character had that like was the court scene where like people like scientists were suing because they made that massive computer that could pretty much like answer like problems and like Google everything in a way, right? In the book.
Oh yeah, wow, I did forget about that because it was the medical bot was supposed to be where it had like the entire like information of Earth, and he gives the laptop at the end to Rocky in the movie. And yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that was a bigger deal too.
And that like scientists were like, this is our property, and she's like, we're gonna die. Like,
Yeah,
and they're like, well, oh well, and she's like, well, no, oh well. Like then like the military comes in, like we're doing what we want to do and you're not stopping us. Like
well,
I
so
thought
you
it was
hold
a
on, you real quick, you bring her up. She was completely different in the movie than she was in the book almost. She was
yeah, she was
way
more
more
personable.
likable. Yeah, I
Yeah.
in the book I felt myself being very indifferent towards her. She was cutthroat. I can't even remember her character's name, and I feel really bad about that right now. But she
Is
was.
it Rouse, right?
That
Is
sounds
it
right. I can look it up on IMDb when you
Rouse?
get to your point. But
Yeah.
in the book, I mean, she is cutthroat. She is clinical. My feelings were indifferent because I understood where she was coming from. Still, I didn't not like her until the very end when obviously she does what she does to Ryland. And in the movie, I had almost an exact opposite feeling of, oh no, I know what's coming. I like her now, and I know what she's gonna have to do to him, and this is gonna hurt.
You know what? If it helps it though, because like you're seeing her face. Like you're
Yeah.
seeing. So like in a book, she just like, sorry for what I got to do, and it sounds so like
Mm-hmm.
cold. Like this is what I. But when you see someone like, dude, this really sucks. Like, but you're going on that ship.
Yeah,
Like,
and that may have
like
been what Andy Weir had in his head. He was a very big part of making the movie. So
yeah.
like I may have just misinterpreted that in my read because I think it.
Well, but you also because like I said, you get all these other clues that like with a movie it's hard to put in there,
Mm-hmm.
but like them having her like sing the song and do like it makes her feel like a person that like wants to have that connection with other people, but because of her job and her position to save the world, she really has to be so like, I need you to do this. I don't care like if it's your daughter's birthday. Like
Yeah.
can't miss today. Like we need you to get like the world's dying.
You
Like,
live on a boat now. Like you're coming with
yeah.
us. like
Like her just showing up was
yeah.
like all like it's she had endless power. She was the most powerful person in the world at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like she could do anything she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I felt like they should have portrayed that a little bit more. Because
Yeah.
it's hard to
I
like
would have
you I
rather her have a little bit more screen time than what she got
mhm.
over Carl, who Carl was a character in the movie that got basically it was a couple of different characters put into one from the book. Because I don't remember, like I don't think Carl was in the book at all. Um,
That's a guy I didn't remember.
yeah, I
Like
Bree and I were
reading it,
talking.
I'm like, ooh,
He's I think he's just a character in the movie that combines like all the different like people he worked with while he was working
yeah.
on Project Hail Mary, and while Carl was a great character and I really enjoyed like his screen time, I almost would have rather seen more of her and Ryland's dynamic continue to grow.
Well, because like in the book there was this like they had a connection because they had to deal with each other a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like her putting him on that ship is what made it in the book seem so cutthroat. Like the way she did it.
Hmm.
It was kind of funnier in the movie at moments, like him because he was like running around and shit. But in the book, I don't remember if it was quite that way. I think like he just got dropped, if I can remember right. I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but
he doesn't. And from my memory of the book, he never makes it out of the office. Like
that's how I
he
remember.
doesn't even get up from the chair.
Yeah, there's like
And I'm kind of glad that they let Ryan Gosling go crazy for that, because
it was funny.
we have it we like hit on he should win awards for this. His screaming just alone in this movie
Yeah,
was so over the top and funny.
Rocky could Rocky get best supporting actor? Like
Okay, I don't I don't know who gets the credit for doing Rocky's voice, because I actually loved the scene where they were going over all the different voices. The
dude,
fact that they didn't get
it
Morgan Freeman to do a line for Rocky, probably a missed opportunity. Um,
it was hilarious.
did you listen to the audiobook?
Yes.
Was that his voice from the audiobook?
I would have to look that back up because I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Like off the top of my head, I can't remember because like this, it was like a year ago. So that's
Yeah.
I read a lot of books. For you
I,
guys that don't know, so
yeah, Jeff is
we're
my
prob
book connoisseur. Like if I need
so
a question, I ask him.
we're probably talking, not joking with you, probably like 60 books ago or more.
Yeah, no, I
Like
mean
from
the
when I've read that, like it
it's
was a lot.
it's at least 15 books for me, and I don't do audiobooks. So that's just why I was curious.
So I'm on my 13th book of the year right now, and I didn't read any books in January at all. Like I took like a month off from just reading. So right now I'm on my 13th book this year.
I'm trying to look. I think I'm on my second. I flew through the Devils, and then Kings of the Wild just is taking me forever because I've been busy.
I thought you would like Kings of the Wild a bit more because of your D&D
I like it so far,
music.
but I'm only 100 pages in. I
What do you
cannot.
think of the Devils?
I, oh, we could make a whole other video on the Devils.
We could
That's
do that.
that is my book of the year, from like my reading of this year. I know it came out last year, but it'll be my book of 2026 for sure. I can't imagine I'm gonna read anything that tops it, other than maybe Rhythm of War when I get to Rhythm of War,
Unless you read like the first Law trilogy.
which also is sitting on my shelf. But anyways, let's not get too far off, because I can go crazy on the Devils. I loved that book, and it's also getting an adaptation too. I believe Joe Abercrombie is working with HBO to make a series for it.
It's so
Um,
weird that that's the one they're picking.
I
Like
Yeah, it's the only thing I've read by him, but I'm looking forward to any sequel. And once again, we can go, we can make a whole other video together on the Devils. That's another one that's getting passed around my friend group because I won't shut up about it. So, another great adaptation to look forward to. Was there anything else that you think that they changed that you didn't like, that you loved the change? I I can't think of anything like change wise that I didn't absolutely like. Everything was just
honestly,
okay. Like,
for me, that the only change that really like stuck out in my head, like I
mm-hmm,
said, was that courtroom scene.
mm-hmm,
Um, that's the only thing that like I can fully remember that I was like I thought they were gonna add that in because like I thought it was really cool. But for me, all of the important high notes that I felt like should be in a series that a lot of other like movies I feel like when they do adaptations leave out that really piss people off, they didn't leave out on this book.
mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like is why this is going to be so well received by the readers. Because like every person that I've talked to that read the book and then watched a movie felt like they did this the right way, and I think that's really important and very rare to do.
Yeah,
Because usually readers are pissed off.
yeah. Usually you have somebody who is like, oh, it was a little bit different in the book here. It was this
Yeah, they bah
there.
humbug it, and they're not
Yeah.
getting that.
No,
They really did a good job.
this is the only time I think I've seen the internet almost in a full collective. Hey, this is awesome. This shit rocks.
Did
Like,
did Project Hail Mary like unite us all? Something
dude,
where
I'm
everyone's like, "This is
feeling
great."
Pokemon Go levels of world peace coming up from this movie, and the fact that we're
It,
gonna go in from Project Hail Mary is, I'd have to look up release dates. I should have looked them up beforehand. I think we're going right into Dune next. It's either Dune or Spider Man is the next one, and then Odyssey's later in the summer.
it's gonna be a good year for movies. I feel like I was
It's
excited for this year with like seeing what's coming out, and
mhm.
I'm not a big movie guy, like I like movies like everybody else, but as you can tell behind me, books are really big. Um, but there was a lot of things that I wanted to watch this year.
Yeah,
A lot.
no, it's looking great. It's looking like a great year. So we think we would nominate this for Best Picture, right? Let's start
As
there.
of right now, yes. Without
Yeah.
seeing other things, right now, yes.
Oh, I think there's 8 nominations for Best Picture, if I'm thinking off the top of my head. I don't know if it can actually go
It,
above that, and I
it's
can't
gonna have to
imagine.
get the nomination. There's not gonna be 8 things that are gonna win.
Yeah.
If it is,
Um,
this is the greatest movies ever.
yeah, it might be genuinely if it somehow misses a Best Picture nomination. Uh, he's definitely Ryan Gosling is going to get a nomination for Best Actor, considering he was by himself for
Basically, yeah.
pretty much the entire movie.
No.
Um, I
Best
don't
effect
think,
for sure.
yeah, effects in we haven't even talked about it. The score of this movie is fantastic. The music throughout the entire thing caught me so off guard. It was great. Not the Beatles song I would have chose for when they launched the Beatle pods, but
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah.
You know what's funny is like I feel like as like an average person that watches movies and doesn't really like rate movies a whole lot or like discuss them like this, um, because they didn't like stand out or felt like it was weird, that means they probably did them right. If that makes sense. Like because like I wasn't like, why did they pick this song for this moment? Or like that's a
Oh,
weird thing to do. Like it felt like the songs were somewhat fitting. Like they didn't stand out in a negative way, if that makes sense. Because sometimes I've seen movies where it does that. I'm like, that's a weird choice for that moment.
yeah, that's a great way to look at it. I think the only thing that really caught me off guard was the karaoke scene. But
Yeah,
it worked. Like it worked in the confines of the movie. It was perfect. I loved
yeah,
it.
because they're all like they know what's coming. Like, and it's so hard to like. I'm glad that we can do this because I'm so used to doing like books where I can't talk about spoilers. Like
Oh no,
they
we
know
had to
the
do spoilers here. The book's been
yeah
out for like a year. People will survive.
they know like the impending like death that's coming for them. Like they're gonna die. Like they're stuff like they're talking about how they want to like end themselves on the ship because it's a one-way road. Like there's not coming back. So of course they're gonna party. Of course they're gonna like let loose. And I felt like they actually did justice to that to show the weight and the way everyone's carrying their weight differently is important. Like
Yeah,
because they're all like I'm alone or like and she's showing her vulnerability of like I get what you guys are going through.
yeah, 100%. The only thing I think was different from the movie and book in that entire thing was the two people that were hooking up was a little bit more of a big deal. I thought they didn't want them to in the book because they were worried about being on the ship together, but I could be wrong. I could be misremembering that, and it wouldn't have been a huge deal in the movie either, because well, spoiler alert, everybody's dead at the beginning. It's just Ryland that makes it.
It's just him
Yeah, so
trying to guess his name.
yeah. I just I think we have said I think I was texting you. I was like I don't know. I left the movie speechless. Like I could probably go through. I love my movies. Like I can nitpick pretty much anything. This movie, it just brought me so much joy to watch. I've been looking
For
forward
me,
to it, and for something that I look forward to for like a year plus, I try to temper my expectations. And then all the reviews started coming out, and then it started getting the hype on Twitter and the rest of the internet and everything like that. And I was like, oh no, there's no way it's gonna reach these. I already had high expectations. There's no way it's gonna reach best movie ever, like up there with Interstellar expectations, right? And it
yeah.
blew them all out of the water. I rated this I do out of 5 because I use Letterbox, so that's just my rating system. I rated a perfect 5. I don't think if you would go back and reshoot the entire movie, I don't think there'd be anything that I'd change in it.
So you do from like 5 being the best and 10 being the worst, or like 1 being
Oh
the
no, I
worst
do.
and
Yeah, I do 1 to 5 because I use
1 to
Letterbox as
5.
my movie tracker, so that's just my internal brain.
Yeah. So for me, like I would probably rate it right around there. Like it'd have to be like a 4 or like a 4.5 or a 5. Like
Hmm.
like I just don't know how you could make a better adaptation.
I don't.
Like
I don't know how
I
you
always
could
tell
make
people,
that story a better movie either.
yeah, like well for me, I always tell people like when I'm reading a book or watching a movie, like if you can pull emotion out of me where like I'm laughing, but I'm also extremely sad in the same thing, like in the same book or same movie, then the author or the director is pulling out exactly the emotion that he wanted to pull out and that's how you know they did their job well. And for me, for to go like from laughing to like this is depressing and sad, like it's in like a 2 hour window. Like they nailed it. You
Yeah.
know, they nailed it. I said with this book that it's not like the greatest book I've ever read, but it's the most one of the books I've had the most fun with while reading it.
Hmm.
And I felt like they took that same exact joy that I had with the book and put it into the movie. And I couldn't be happier with the like I couldn't be happier with the movie. I could not be happier with it.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say other than I wouldn't have changed anything. I'm excited. We're recording this around 3 o'clock Eastern on Saturday. I'm going. In 24 hours, I will be back seeing it on Sunday afternoon with all of my friends that I passed the book around to. So I'm very excited about that. And Mikey
You gonna buy
McNuggets from
the helmet?
UCSS, you blew us off, and I'm mad at you for that.
You gonna buy the helmet this time? You gonna try to get the helmet?
They had the helmet last night. I think I'm just gonna stick with the Rocky popcorn bucket. I have the Jaws popcorn bucket from the anniversary, and I think I have a couple Star Wars popcorn buckets from when the sequel trilogy came out. So the popcorn buckets kind of are fun. I love it because I wanted Rocky and I wasn't sure. I'll buy the Rocky plush. Like it'll go right here with my Chol probably when that comes out. So
Yeah, the moment like I remember like me and my wife going, she's like man, if they have a popcorn bucket or have like some like any kind of memorabilia, I told her I'm buying it, and she
hmm
was like, "Do you think they're going to?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then we walk in and I see Rocky like on top of like I'm like I'm getting it.
it's
She's like,
so
"Are you?"
funny
I'm
that
like, "I
you didn't know that they were gonna have it. I follow Cinemark, I follow AMC, I follow we have one up here in Cleveland called Phoenix Theater at Great Northern.
Mhm.
So I follow all three of them on social media and they just post everything that they're gonna sell. So I knew the prices, I knew what was going. I was so excited for this.
yeah, I didn't know like because I like to go into things completely for the most part blind. Like I mean, I couldn't with this because I read the book, which that's the only thing. And I actually heard Ryan talking about this the other day, and it kind of I understood his point that I was a little salty that they like showed that there was going to be Rocky in here, because it was such a like surprise in the book that that part happened. But I kind of also understand because he's literally like the second most important character in
Yeah,
the movie.
his
Like
his line about it would be pretending like E.T. was a movie about divorce.
yeah,
It's like it's an alien and we have to talk about it. Yeah, I agree. I was a little shocked at first when the first trailer came out and showed him. Um, but thinking about it from just like a storytelling perspective, he's a huge twist in that movie when they find the ship, but the biggest twist is him finding out why he's there. Which once again,
yeah,
they kind of didn't they kind of passed over a little bit of his reaction from remembering it. There wasn't that scene where he's like talking to Rocky. He's like, "I'm not brave. Like I wasn't supposed to be here." Like all this
yeah.
when he remembers it, they kind of just left all that out of the movie, which is fine. I think for timing's sake, it still hit emotionally, but once again, way bigger deal in the book. Like they spent a lot more time on that.
And I felt like they did a really good job of making it funny when he's like, "Shields up!" like,
Yeah, we don't have shields. Why don't we have shields? Or like, it's coming slower. Oh, they think I'm dumb. like they nailed just those little personality traits that was in the
those
book.
little one-liners that are
Hmm.
so important. Like, I, it's been a while since, like you say, like I'm almost speechless talking about it because, like, I feel like it gets hard to give it justice through words.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I when we were scheduling this out, I was texting McNuggets over at UCSS. I was like, hey, you want to join it? Because he went and saw it last night as well, and he was the first person I gave the book to. And I was like, hey, if you got time to do this, I don't know how much there is to say, but like you are more than welcome to jump on. And I like yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you come across this video at any point and you see the movie, it's hard to do it justice. You're right. Like I would just
it,
go see it. Like go
yeah,
see
like
the movie. And I think we covered that at the very beginning of the video perfectly. So if you've made it this far, hopefully you've already seen it. like
yeah, or if you haven't and we ruined it for you, you're still gonna really enjoy it because there's a lot of things that we've left out. That because there's so many like funny moments and sad moments that of course we're not gonna like spoil everything, but like go watch it and then come back and like leave a comment and tell us how right we were. Because
yeah,
it's that good.
I once again almost did not want to believe everybody on the internet because I didn't want to get let down. And I don't wear watches when I go to the movies. I don't time anything in my head when I go to the movies. I just kind of sit and go. I would say probably like 20 minutes in, I was like, oh man, it's really gonna be that good. Like when he first comes up, like when he first wakes up in that first scene, I was like, they're kind of nailing it. Like,
Yeah, like I got my wife to go like begrudgingly. Like I told her like, hey, and this comes out on Thursday.
this is our date
Like
night this week.
yeah, she was off work. I'm like, we're going to see this movie, and she was like, okay, well I have this stuff going on. I said, hey, listen, I'm letting you know, like I'm going to see this
Yeah,
movie.
well, I don't
You
care
can
what you're doing.
come.
We're
I
going.
prefer you to come. I want you to come. Like please, but I'm going to see this movie tonight. And she like was thoroughly happy with this movie. She rated it a 9. Like she
Yeah,
was like, "This is really good. This is a really good movie." And it's not her jam. Like she's not like a big sci-fi like fantasy. And she loved it. She absolutely loved it. She laughed. She was like a little choked up at moments. Like it was. It's like the perfect fucking movie. It's hard to say that, but it is.
no, if yeah, especially as book readers, as non-book readers, it's one of those ones where I think we're gonna look back in 5, 10 years, right, and just be like, man, let's watch Project Hail Mary again, right? Like, because I
Yeah.
still do that with Interstellar. Like, if I have a rainy day and I'm not doing anything for 3 hours, I'll go pop Interstellar on and watch it again. I like that movie caught me off guard completely because I didn't know anything about it when I went and saw that, and I still love that movie to this day.
For me, it's gonna be like, and some people may look at this as blasphemy or whatever, but like for me, this is going to be right up there with like adaptations, like how I can go back and watch Harry Potter all the time, or I can
Yeah,
go back and watch Lord of the Rings, or like The Green Mile and all these other movies. Like you can rewatch this over and over again because this. There's always going to be moments in this that's going to make you laugh.
yeah, and I think this is one of those movies that no matter what's going on in life, like you can put it on and you're gonna feel good by the end of it. Like you're gonna have to go through a bit of a rocky journey, and I don't mean to
Yeah.
make that rocky pun, but like
Well,
the good feelings are coming.
it's funny. Before I went in, there was a guy behind me,
Hmm.
and we were in the concession line getting popcorn. I was getting my Rocky Ball, and I told him like, I hope that this movie takes off and is really big. I'm like, and if not, I hope it's at least like a cult classic. And I think no matter what, this movie is going to be like one of those movies where everyone's like, yeah, that was a damn good movie. Like everyone that sees it is going to be like, this was really good.
Yeah, I have yet to hear a legitimate bad review. I should say. Like
I haven't heard any.
there's always gonna be tweets that pop up here and there, but a lot of people
Those
are
are just
certain.
trolls.
What was
Like
that?
those are just trolls. Like they're
Yeah,
there
like
no
that's why
matter
I say
what.
legitimate bad review, like an actual
Yeah.
critique of it. But I mean, it made $33.1 million last night, so I know a lot of people are going to see it this weekend, and I'm hoping to have this video out either by Saturday night or before I go see it again tomorrow on Sunday morning. And so if you're looking at Project Hail Mary stuff come Monday, Tuesday, I hope you went and saw it this weekend because man, this is one of those cultural moments that we're all I think going to be talking about.
So for you, because this is like your jam. Like,
Hmm.
what is considered good for a movie's opening day or opening weekend?
Oh, so it's funny you say that. I don't give two shits about dollars. I don't know what the movie's budget was. I don't look up budgets. I don't really care about budgets. I'm sure it's good. Let me see here real quick. Project.
I never thought of it before, like what they consider of like this is considered a successful weekend for a movie.
I mean, for an opening weekend movie that had as much marketing behind it as it did, 33 is probably good. I would have to like go back and compare it and stuff like that. Like, I
Yeah.
Barbie and Oppenheimer were probably two of the biggest opening weekends in recent memory because they came out at the same time. And that was a great weekend too. I went and saw Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same weekend. But its budget is roughly around, according to a quick Google search, 248 million. If it's making 33 in its box office weekend, it'll spread word of mouth. Little videos like this, people will catch on. It'll be fine.
And you got to
But
think we still have Saturday night, so it still has like
yeah, that's
another like
just the
more
Thursday
movie.
Friday numbers. Actually, that may have
Yeah.
just even been the Friday number. I don't know if they count the Thursday night, like technically the pre-screenings, the pre-midnight releases. I don't know what. I don't care about money. I just if it's good art, it's good art, right? Like,
Yeah, why did they do that? I don't know why. Like, because like everything said it was gonna like open up Friday,
Hmm.
but then like, I seen, I'm like, oh, it's like I went and looked. I'm like, I can get tickets Thursday night. I am going Thursday night. Like,
So I don't.
and
I think that may have started after COVID. And if somebody comments in here and telling me I'm wrong, please let me know. When I worked at a movie theater when I was 17, so that was 11 years ago now. Thursday nights were for critics. The movie had we had like let's see, American Sniper came out when I was working there, right? And that's just one I go to because it was one of the biggest movies that I helped open. Thursday night we had three screenings for pre-release where we like I mean we took people's phones and stuff like that, and it was all the critics that would go in. Thursday at midnight would be the technically midnight launch of the movie. And that was the first one that the public could go to. And I think either before or after COVID, it's just gotten progressively earlier and earlier. I don't think anything's gonna start coming out on like Wednesday nights, but yeah, Thursday evening is usually when it actually starts.
yeah, yeah, they didn't do nothing. They just was like, have at it. Like,
Yeah, it's not like a special screening kind of a thing anymore. And we used to do special screenings on like Wednesdays nights, Tuesday nights. Like it didn't really have a set night, but
I
Thursdays were the common one at the theater I worked at.
what's funny is my I told my wife like I like did you buy our ticket? She's like it's not going to be that big. I'm like I'm telling you like and I think it's because we went on Thursday and like most people weren't looking for it till Friday that I actually had a relatively like empty theater.
It's
Like it
same
wasn't
actually.
it was um for me I think there was probably like maybe like 10, 11 people in the theater.
Oh, okay. Ours was a little bit more than that. We went to a Cinemark we went to the XD theater, and I think that theater can hold around 300 350 people, give or take. With the big recliners, I don't know anymore. Um, it was decently full, and I'm interested to see tomorrow. We went to the 10:10 showing last night, so like I didn't get home until 2 a.m. Um, yeah, I was like I was a little bit worried about doing this today because I'm exhausted, but we didn't get home until 2 a.m. So that may have been a reason why our theater was a little empty. But last night at 7 o'clock, I was able to buy 9 tickets in one row for a Sunday showing, a matinee. So I don't know. I'm hoping this weekend just blows up, and then by next weekend you can't get a ticket.
Yeah, like I said, I did. I posted like a review when I came home from the theater on Thursday, and like there is like a PR machine behind this because like I instantly my video instantly got put onto like its own tag to the Project Hail Mary like
Hmm.
doc page, and it was just people like talking about it, like a bunch of videos. So there is like a genuine like a push to get behind it and I feel like it's everywhere, and like very rightfully so. It's a very good movie.
Oh, definitely. And they've done a great job. I spend probably too much time on Twitter, but they did a great job with their social media campaign, having Rocky take over the Project Hail Mary Twitter account and answer like he'd be like, "Oh, is this you at theater?" question and stuff like that. Like that's a great way to engage people and like see that rolling. So, I I have yet to see a misstep from this entire movie campaign. Like I genuinely, once again, would not change a thing about it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe make the merch a little bit cheaper. $35 for a popcorn bucket's a little excessive, but I don't know who sets
Yeah.
that price.
Well, for what's funny is so for me, I went to Regal. We have a Regal out here,
Hmm.
and they have like the popcorn bucket, and it was like it comes with a free large popcorn, and my wife's like basically you just bought a large popcorn, and they gave you the bucket. Like that's how we looked at it. So when I bought yours, I just didn't get the popcorn. I told them they can keep the popcorn. I didn't need it.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that's how Cinemark does it too. I haven't gotten the popcorn bucket since Jaws. The cups, I think too. You get like like we bought the cups were like $7, maybe a little bit more, and
see
it's
that
huge. I didn't even finish it last night, and
for
I finish
for us,
everything.
our movie theater is like completely under like they're redoing it.
Hmm.
And so like it's kind of a good thing. It makes me happy, but they're putting in the recliners and all of them with like the tables that like swing out in front of you,
Hmm.
and it's getting really nice. And so I couldn't get the cups, so I just had to get. But I was coming out of there. I felt like Denzel. Like I'm leaving with something. Like I'm leaving with something.
Look, I will get the Rocky plushie to go next to my Chull over here. I got the popcorn bucket coming. I'm gonna put that somewhere out in my living room. Like actually, that might go over here somewhere. I don't know. I the
My wife made me a shirt. It says
That's
Jazzy.
awesome. The Expanse, my Expanse collection over here might have to get shifted around a little bit for a Rocky popcorn bucket because that's amazing. So, any final thoughts you got on any of it?
Not really. Like I feel like we've gushed over this for like an hour now,
Give or
and
take,
it's
yeah.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to like. Sometimes it's almost hard to take it serious, like how much we're talking, because it gets. I would have a hard time believing that like a movie was that good. Like, but it'd make me want to watch it, even like to prove them wrong.
Yeah,
Because
like you know how I am. Like I'm a hard sell with books. I'll find
you
like things
are,
to pick apart.
and
I do the same thing with movies. The only reason is like a movie takes 2 hours, so even if I am picking it apart, I still like watch the whole thing. Like books,
yeah,
it's a little bit different for me. But yeah, like I don't have
yeah,
anything to pick
for
apart.
sure. You're,
Like,
but yeah, it's something you like you said. I'm gonna watch this movie a bunch of more times in my life for sure.
oh yeah, I like I said, it's going tomorrow. I think Bree and I are gonna try and take her dad next weekend if he wants to go when I'm down with her family. So, I just I can't say enough good things about this movie, but we could also sit here for another hour and just keep going. So, that's gonna do it for this video. Jeff, thanks so much for joining me. Maybe you look forward on this channel or Jeff's channel if we do a little Devil's Talk because man, I loved that book. If you do like a
There's
live
so
stream or something, I'm down to talk about the Devils, man.
Dude, there's so many books that like that I wish they would do adaptations for. They just haven't done it yet. That like are all in the talks. Like there's a lot of book talk coming that like are getting bought. Like Mistborn is supposed to be getting an adaptation.
Mistborn, last I saw, 25% done with the movie screen adaptation for Mistborn. Stormlight is currently getting episodic TV worked on. You've got the Devils with episodic TV, and there was. Are they doing Red Rising? I thought I saw
No,
somewhere, but that may have been
Red
rumor.
no Red Rising was in talks, but it
Okay.
fell through because that's gonna be a hard one. Like I know you haven't read Red Rising yet, but me and my wife was talking about that where I'm like, that's gonna have such a massive budget
Mm-hmm.
because of the way they are in that series. Like the way things look, they're in space, they're space traveling. Like it's gonna have a massive budget. Whatever they do, it has to have a ginormous budget.
Well,
It's gonna
maybe
be
maybe Amazon can pull out another Expanse or Sci-Fi can pull out another Expanse because that's another show I could gush over for another hour. So I'll wrap it up here. Look forward to more stuff coming to this YouTube channel. I've been slacking, but Brown season's over. Life is looking good. And who knows? Maybe I'll be hanging out with Jeff more over on TikTok too. So that is it for this video. Jeff, thanks for joining me.
no problem.